Hello, welcome to Make Medical Easy, and I want to discuss in this lecture the molecular biochemistry part. Okay, mostly the most common question asked in previous 10 years, I pick up them and I complete most of them in this video. Mostly, I want to tell the purine and pyrimidine metabolism, catabolism, and the how the synthesis occurs, and some basic concepts. Okay, so let's start with some basic concept like adenine, guanine, and cytosine, uracil, and thiamine. They are the nitrogen bases, and we all know A and G come under purine and C, U, and T come under the pyrimidine. How to recognize what is adenine and what is guanine? By this NH3 group. If the NH3 group is attached, then it is a adenine, and if there is no NH3 group, then this is the guanine. And if NH3 group in case of pyrimidine, then this is going to be cytosine, and if the CH3 group is attached, so this is the thiamine. Okay, now coming to the most common interesting part. So I draw one N and another reverse N. Okay, and I join them by a line. So this is the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 7, 8, 9. This is the one N and this is the another N, and joined by one line. So and put them 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are the 9 carbons present in the 9 center present in the purine ring. Okay, and the lower is occupied by the nitrogen and the upper occupied by the carbon. So in this ring, the 1, 3, 7 and 9, this 4 position is captured by nitrogen, and 2, 4, 5, 6 and 8 captured by carbon. Okay, and coming to the components which is help to making the purine. Firstly, 1, 3, 9, this is nitrogens. So the N1 is coming from the aspartate. 3 and 9, they are coming from the glutamine. The 4, 6 and 7, 4 carbon, 5 carbon and 7 nitrogen atom coming from the glycine. The second and the 8th carbon coming from the THF, and the 6th, the corner carbon coming from the carbon dioxide. Okay, so you have to remember what are the components of the purines. So N1, N3, N9, N7, C4, C6, C4, C5 and N7, C6, C2 and C8. They are the components of the purine. Okay, you can recognize by them. And now coming to the pyrimidine part. In case of pyrimidine part, again there is a N and one line is attached here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. There is 6 member ring. Again the lower is for nitrogen and upper is for carbon. Okay, and from the C4, C5 and C6, they are coming from the aspartate, and also N1 is coming from the aspartate. The N3 coming from the glutamine, and the second is coming from the carbon dioxide. So there is the pyrimidine and the components of the pyrimidine. Okay, now coming to the thiamine, there is a extra CH3 and the extra CH3 coming from the THF. It is very important. So this is about the whole pyrimidine and purine components. Coming to the products of the catabolism. In case of products of the catabolism, the purine give us the uric acid product, and in case of pyrimidines, they give us NH3, they give us carbon dioxide, and 1, 2, 3, 4, they give us beta alanine. Okay, and in case of thiamine, there is a extra CH3, one NH3 is given here as a product, another CO2 is given as a product, and this is called beta amino isobutyrate. Okay, because there is 1, 2, 3 and 4. There are 4 carbon, so there is butyrate, amino butyrate, because there is a NH3 group is there. So this is the amino butyrate or isobutyrate. Okay, so that is the all about the basic concept behind the purine and pyrimidine. Okay, now coming to the next, what is this? This is the purine synthesis. Firstly, I want to talk the de novo pathway. The de novo pathway is very important. And coming to the de novo synthesis, the ribose 5-phosphate give us PRPP. Okay, what is this PRPP? PRPP is phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate. Phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate. And we know that PRPP is synthesizing. So what is the enzyme? The enzyme is PRPP synthetase. One ATP is used here, and one phosphorus is going from them to there. So this is the pyrophosphorus is going happen. And then from the PRPP, the PRA is formed. And what is the enzyme? PRPP glutamyl amino transferase. So there is a amino transferase occur here. So the amino group is transferred from the glutamine. So there is glutamates act here, and PPI is coming as a byproduct, and again the product is a PRA. And after few steps, the IMP is formed, which is the first nucleotide is formed in our body, the IMP. And again some NH2 group coming from the aspartate and making them the AMP. And if the NH2 group is come from the glutamine, then the GMP is formed. Okay, so there is the whole de novo synthesis pathway. Coming to the ribose 5-phosphate. The ribose 5-phosphate is mainly act as a primer. Okay, and this is the only where we can get the ribose 5-phosphates. It's mainly the only one source is there is the HMP shunt. Coming to the PRPP, we know the PRPP is phosphoribosyl pyrophosphate. Okay, now coming to the IMP. What is the IMP? IMP is the inosine monophosphate. Inosine monophosphate. It is the first nucleotide to be formed, and nitrogen base is hypoxanthine. The nitrogen base is present here is hypoxanthine. Okay, now coming to the next pathway, it is very important in your exam. It is the salvage pathway. Sometimes short note coming from the salvage pathway. So firstly remember this: RBC, WBC, brain and bone marrow. They are the positions where the salvage pathway is occurs. Okay, so they are the positions where the salvage pathway is occurs. And why the salvage pathway is very preferable? Because this is the less energy consuming pathway. Okay, so these are both sentence are very important. One is less energy consuming pathway, and second is the RBC, WBC, brain and bone marrow. It is the whole center where the salvage pathway is taking place. Why the name salvage is here? Because it's saved from the degradation. Saved from the degradations. So IMP and GMP, if the phosphate is removed, the nucleoside is formed. After the nucleoside, from the nucleoside the sugar is removed, only the nitrogen base is there, and from the nitrogen base again the salvage pathway is there. The PRPP transferase is there. From the PRPP, the first step of salvage pathway is occurs, and nucleotide again formed, and the uric acid form as a byproduct. Okay, so this is the salvage pathway, which is very important. Okay, now coming to the next, coming to the purine metabolism or purine catabolism. See here, AMP, one phosphorus is going out, so adenosine is formed. From the adenosine, the inosine is formed. From the inosine, the sugar is going out, so hypoxanthine is formed. The hypoxanthine HGPRT enzyme is there, and PRPP is used here, and IMP again formed, and this is the salvage pathway. And from this IMP again the AMP and GMP can be formed. Okay, coming to the next, GMP. After phosphorus going out, the guanosine is formed. There is no inosine, so after the removal of the sugar, the guanine is formed, and again the guanine is going to salvage pathway from the GMP. And from the xanthine oxidase, this is the rate limiting enzyme of this pathway. From the xanthine oxidase, the hypoxanthine or the guanine going to be formed xanthine, and again the xanthine oxidase is acting here and from the uric acid. And if the uricase it's not present in our, it's mainly present in the blood, and if the uricase enzyme act here non-primate mammals, the allantoin is produced. But in case of human, the uric acid, the pathway is going to be there. Okay. Now coming to the adenosine. The adenosine with the enzyme of ADA, adenosine deaminase, the NH2 giving out and from the inosine, which is seen here but not in case of guanine. Okay. Now coming to this enzyme adenosine deaminase. Why this is important? Because it is very important in case of B and T lymphocytes. Okay. And if the increased amount of ADA suggested for the TB, and if decreased amount of ADA, then both beta B and T lymphocytes gets affected and leads to severe combined immunodeficiency syndrome. Severe combined immunodeficiency syndrome. Okay. Coming to the xanthine oxidase enzyme. We know xanthine oxidase is a rate limiting enzyme and inhibited by allopurinol. We all know that. And what is this? This is a suicidal inhibitor of the xanthine oxidase. Okay. So the allopurinol is a inhibition occurs for the xanthine oxidase. Okay. Coming to the end product, we know, or end product in case of primates, the uric acid, and in case of non-primate, the allantoin. Okay. Now coming to the HGPRT. Okay. So Lenz-Naehan syndrome, complete deficiency of this enzyme. The gout due to increase the nitrogen bases, so due to increase the uric acid production. Okay. If there is no HPGRT, no enzyme is there, so this pathway is not occur. So whole amount is increasing the nitrogen bases. The nitrogen bases start increasing, and whole nitrogen base going to form xanthine and going to form uric acid. Okay. And self mutilation due to PRPP increases, because PRPP is a neurotoxic. So if this enzyme is absent, also this going to be increases, and this is a neurotoxic. Okay. Coming to the Kelly-Smigler syndrome. In this case, this is a partial deficiency, so only gout is present. PRPP syndrome or neurotoxicity is not there. Okay. Now coming to the pyrimidine synthesis. In case of pyrimidine synthesis, glutamine, 2 ATP and 1 carbon dioxide is taking with the enzyme CPS2, the carbamoyl P is formed. After few steps, the orotic acid is formed, or the orotate, it is a nitrogen base. And orotate phosphoribosyl transferase, OPRT, the enzyme is acts here, and PRPP going to form PPI, and OMP is formed. OMP is a nucleotide. What is the name? The name is the orotidine monophosphate. And the orotidine monophosphate, after the decarboxylation, the UMP is formed. After the UMP, the EUTP is formed, and the CTP synthetase enzyme is acts here, and from the glutamine, the NH2 group adds here, one ATP is used and formed CTP. Okay, see, this is the UTP and this is the CTP. One NH2 group is added, so glutamine give the NH2 group. Okay, for the CTP. Now coming to the UMP, from the THF, the CH3 group is act here, and thymididylate synthetase enzyme is used, and you have to remember this ATP is not used here, and from the TMP. So this is the whole pathway which is taking place in the cytoplasm. This is actually the pyrimidine synthesis. Okay. Now coming to the PRPP. PRPP is used for purine synthesis, pyrimidine synthesis, histidine synthesis, and in conversion of tryptophan to niacin. In their 4 cases we use the PRPP. Now coming to the OMP. What is OMP? OMP is orotidine monophosphate. This is a nucleotide, and first pyrimidine nucleotide is formed here. Conversion is U2C. What is U2C? The UMP to UMP, UTP to CTP. It's occurred at the level of triphosphate. We know that. But in case of U to T, you look UMP to TMP, UTP to CTP, up in the level of triphosphate level. this conversion is occurs. But in case of UMP to TMP, this conversion is occurs in case of monophosphate level. In case of monophosphate level. Okay. Now coming to the OPRT decarboxylase enzyme. They are bifunctional enzyme. One single protein, two enzymatic activities is seen there. Okay. And if there is some deficiency syndromes like type 1 and type 2, if the both enzyme is deficient, then the type 1 orotic aciduria is occurs. Orotic aciduria. And if case of one enzyme is deficient, mostly the decarboxylase is deficient, then there is the type 2 deficiency syndrome or type 2 orotic aciduria. What is the clinical features? The megaloblastic anemia is occurs. Okay. And no conversion to beta 2 or folic acid and growth retardation. They are the clinical features. What is the diagnosis or how to treat them? The treatment part, you have to use the only uridine. Okay, because other synthesis from the uridine. Okay, so this is about the whole pyrimidine synthesis. Now I want to say, please clearly read the whole pyrimidine synthesis, the salvage pathway and the de novo pathway from the book, and then go to the video again, and I think you get a clear image. And I don't make a video on the DNA, RNA and other things because they are too easy, because application, transcription, translation you read from the class 11, so I don't want to make video from them. So I completed the molecular biology or molecular biochemistry in them. And if you need any topic in molecular biology or molecular biochemistry, please tell me in my WhatsApp group. I will definitely make a video for you. If you say that this topic from the molecular biology, what the molecular biochemistry is needed, I'll definitely make. Thank you so much and hope you enjoyed the video.